again, he's going to be asked to manage the game with that finger injury, the broken finger on his throwing hand. I think they're going to try and make it easy on him by running the ball and getting him out of the pocket.
See his numbers. His third start. It's been a carousel of sorts. The quarterback position this year for Houston. We mentioned Yarns. And on the zone run, he'll bolt ahead for a gain of 2. Fred Tompkins brings him down.
Play boy, slip right. Play boy, slip right.
Let's go, play boy, play boy. Hey, Toby, tight. Right, John.
Gamblers back to work. Henderson, little play action, open. And the reception made at the 42. Just mentioned Lawrence Keys, the third, makes the grab and a first down.
Yeah, and you see the immediate boot out. You're going to get a little play action, and then Keys just on a little out route. They get him out of the pocket to get him away from the trash inside, making an easy throwing lane. He was able to rip that one, even with the broken finger.
Also, a lot of misdirection. You see the tight end going one way, the running back going another way, giving the defense a lot of things to think about at the snap of the football.
Same thing for the play-by-play guy. I was going 10 different directions, trying to find the ball. Gain of 21. Flag on the field. Yarn's going to get to the outside. Bullies his way to midfield. Stopped by Tompkins again.
Defense offsides, 56, lined up in the neutral zone.
So offside defense, he's going to want to go 1 and 5, right? Why don't you confirm with that, Matt? Hey, copy the number, please. Matt, the number, please.
Hey. 5'6".
We need a read.
56.
Reset to 14:01.
They'll take the penalty, 1st and 5 instead of 2nd and 4 after the run by Yarns. Ron Stone Jr. guilty party that time. Like the pass rush moves we saw against Cole Kublik.
I do too. Will he have a chance to use him is the question.
Answer is yes. Kirk Merritt, the running back, straight ahead, A-gap run. And into plus territory was Jaylen White. 6-yard gain to move the chains.
Let's go. Hey, let's go Cub. Let's go Cub Mike White.
I love this controlled tempo by the Houston Gamblers right now, controlling things at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what Nolan Henderson sees from a defensive perspective.
White remains in at running back. They'll roll the pocket again with Henderson. Buys some time, flips it incomplete. And Winningham got a couple of hands on it. DJ Miller in coverage.
Well, it seemed like that the call that we got from Captain Mutterland anticipated a sprint out to the left. You had 2 droppers from the edge of the line of scrimmage out towards the direction that they were rolling out, which gave Nolan Henderson really nowhere to run if he wanted to run. And then obviously the coverage down the field was good as well.
So Ted Ginn Jr. there, first-year head coach for the Aviators. Stand out at Ohio State, first-round draft pick. Pistol look this time with White. They'll fake it to him, roll it out, and nothing doing. Aviators had that one played perfectly. May have lost a yard.
Well, it was a nice job, but you're going to get a tight end coming out here and then a block, and both tight ends end up out in the flat, kind of right next to each other. It's not exactly how you draw it up. You'd like those guys on different levels, different spacing. Either way, it's a nice job by Columbus of following the tight ends to the flat.
Spivey could have cost himself an opportunity there. He's 5-7 yards deeper on that route. May be able to lever that over and have a big gain.
Yeah. Rodgers that corralled the pass, 3rd down and long. 2 backs in the backfield. Henderson wants to run it right up the gut. I don't think so. Across the 45, a gain of 4 on 3rd and 11, and that's it.
Well, they cannot punt the ball. It'd be a 61-yard field goal from here on the 43. It would be worth 4 points, but it looks like Houston is opting, going to try and go for it here. Kevin Sumlin is.
Lake dash right, comeback switch on 1.
4th down and 7. Hoyland does have a 59-yard field goal. That came against Louisville. 10 of 11 in that department. That's a long ways to kick the pigskin.
180.
Be about a 62-yarder. They'll go for it. 4th and 7. Henderson finding the sticks. And the pass is going to be hauled in. That's a chain mover along the far side. Great catch by Justin Hall. 3rd down, 11. He picked up 12.
I mean, this catch is absolutely fantastic. He's got the defender draped all over him. Justin Hall at the end. He's able to get, he keeps control, is able to get the feet down and bounds. You only need 1 foot in the UFL this year. Gets that down. Excellent job over Kyrie Woods, the nickel.
4th and 11, the drive continues. Fake the inside zone again. Henderson floats it as a man, and it's incomplete. Kirkland had a step. That's one that Houston would love to get back.
So we've seen a lot of man coverage. Just watch the number of bodies you see in your screen at the line of scrimmage. There's one safety in the middle of the field that Columbus has been playing consistently. Everybody else close to the line of scrimmage, playing man-to-man coverage. And we've already seen a couple of times been able to get a little bit of space. Look at all the guys. These are 10 guys in your screen for this Columbus defense.
We'll stack it up on 2nd and 10. The handoff goes to Yarns. Marcus Yarns, a big play waiting to happen. That's a first down rumble inside the 15.
Well, the center guard here, you're going to get the guard going this way, and the center gets up to the linebacker, and it just creates a yawning hole for Marcus Yarns, who is as explosive a running back as there is in this league. Fortunate to get him down, because a couple of times this year that's ended up in 6.
10 play the drive. Cole, that's your guy Jack Kramer up front, the starting center.
Excellent job by he and the left guard on that play.
First down, back to the well, and Yarns stopped at the line, no gain. 2nd and 10. Adam Plant Jr. met him quickly. 10 days off for the Gamblers, coming off a 2-point loss to Louisville. 9 days off for the Aviators after their first win against Dallas at home.
Heard Pam mention earlier, Houston incredibly futile in the red zone this year, only scoring on 36% of their drives in the red zone.
White back in at running back on 2nd and 10. Henderson buys some time and takes off. Henderson to the edge. Slipped and fell short of the 5.
It's one of the dangers if you want to run that game over on the right side of the offensive line. Your defensive end's going to come down. Luke Mann has to come out. That takes time. I think Nolan Henderson saw that before he saw anything in coverage and said, I'm going to have space. There's no contain here. Containing to get there late. We'll go ahead and take advantage of it, try to pick up some yards in the red zone.
You combine that with the man-to-man coverage on the back end where the DBs have their eyes on the receivers and not on the quarterback. And I think you're exactly right, Cole. Knowing what he had, got a good pickup.
Captain Munnerlyn back to the drawing board. 3rd down and 4. Opening drive of this game, week 5 of the UFL underway. Jaylen White, both hands on the pigskin. Needed to get to the 3. He is right there at the line to gain. And that should be enough for the first down, and it is.
It's one of the things that you'll hear defensive line coaches harp on is not getting your shoulders turned. Big 96, Tavion Patton, just see him just in the left side of your screen. See how his jersey was facing us on that play? So he gets those jerseys facing the sideline. You can't redirect. You can't two-gap or keep that offensive lineman off of you. And it opens up space for the running back to make a cut. I know Roddy used to love seeing that.
Absolutely love seeing it. You see the big butt of the offensive lineman and the defensive tackle going the other way.
Back to White was with the Packers last year for a moment across the goal line for the Gamblers this campaign and into the end zone. 2nd score of the season for Jaylen White out of Georgia Southern, and Houston on the scoreboard first.
Well, it's a nice block by the tight end. Then you get a couple of guys looping around that are going to be able to get blocks on the perimeter. And you get Jaylen White just finding a little bit of space, runs through a defender and gets in the end zone. And what a statement drive by a Houston team that's been slow starting. They're able to put the ball in the end zone on the first drive.
75 yards in 13 plays in just over 7 minutes. Here's John Hoyland. He'll go for the 1-point conversion. And across the line of scrimmage, the Aviators,
Neutral zone infraction 21.
Neutral zone infraction, defense number 21.
Spotted at the 10. Jaylen White got to feel good. Alabama native. Georgia Southern. Cup of coffee with the Packers last year as an undrafted free agent. Into the end zone today. And a 6-0 lead early for the Gamblers. Make it. Roddy Jones, Roy Philpott upstairs. Cole Kublik, Harry Douglas down. White. South Carolina. Scrambles ahead towards the 35. Headline. He is a massive signal caller.
Large human being who probably hasn't gotten enough credit for the way he's played this year. When he's taking care of the football, he has been downright efficient. Number 2 in the UFL in completion percentage. Also has added 151 rush yards on the season, including 42 a week ago.
White stays on the field. And running back, a bunch set, and McClendon with time. Fires low, pass corralled at the 40. That was Jaylen Moore.
Make sure J-Mo knows he's at X now. 25, booster, 25.
Todd Haley, former head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, all of a sudden a dancing expert after their first win of the year. More on that later. Second down and 5. Who wants it here? They'll fake it to White. McClendon steps up and delivers as he was being tackled. Looking for Matt. Malik Fisher applied the pressure.
It's a really nice rush by Malik Fisher, who's just going to split the 2 offensive linemen there and get into the backfield. Jaylen McClendon, they had an extra offensive lineman and 2 tight ends in the game. So a 13-heavy personnel grouping trying to take a shot down the field, but Houston all over it. Malik Fisher gets the quick pressure.
Cole, it's not great when you got an extra lineman and there's a lot of pressure like what we just saw.
Well, when you slide the protection, that's usually how it ends, 80% of the time.
Cole hates
just because it's play action doesn't mean you have to gap it.
I feel like I just learned something there on 3rd and 5. McClendon, heavy pressure, could have been picked off. Looking for Juice Wells. And it'll be 4th and 5. The pressure again from Malik Fisher.
It was Kenny Dyson and Malik Fisher who both get in the backfield. Dyson over the top, and then Fisher goes underneath the offensive lineman to get in the backfield and get the sack. It appears pass protection going to be a big issue for Columbus today. Both of these defensive lines have a chance.
Hello again to Nolan Henderson back on the field.
Hey, kill.
You hear that kill, 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 going from one play to another one.
Marcus Major. Boy, the inside zone working quite well across the 30. Stopped by Lawson, a gain of 7.
Rip Ab Stallion. That's left off. Rip Ab Stallion.
That safety got him slow, boy.
They left off Rip Ab Stallion on one. Ready to break the man across the face.
Gamblers with 6 straight runs going back to that opening touchdown drive.
Ready. 180. Wait, son.
Play action. Henderson makes it 7 in a row. And the quarterback keeper needed 3, picked up 3.5, maybe 4. Ron Stone Jr. stopped him. That's enough for the first.
Well, you guys emphasize what it's going to do for Nolan Henderson to add some of the quarterback run and the quarterback movement in general, not just run, but bootleg, sprint outs. The way that they're handling things offensively, Eric Price doing a great job just changing things up. It eases it on the offensive line as well. When you get those defensive linemen guessing, oh, we're going to go outside zone. Oh, it's quarterback read. And then you get the quick hitters on top of that. We've seen 2 of those be successful. It makes for a much easier day up front.
Major, the running back. Henderson fakes it his direction. The pump fake. Wanted his receiver to go long, flings it out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and 10. Tony Fields, the second, came rumbling in.
Just kind of a miss in pass protection. Tony Fields split an offensive lineman and a running back to put pressure on Nolan Henderson. That coverage on the back end is going to have to remain sticky, as they're going to be in man-to-man for most of the day, it seems like, until Houston can force him out of it.
Fields, a former 5th-round pick of the Browns back in 21. Handed off to Marcus Yards. He'll get what he can. It's not much. Fields again, the stop. It'll be 3rd and long.
And now here's the opportunity where this is the chess match. 3rd and long. Now you get this defensive line. Ron Stone Jr. is actually coming off the field, but this defensive line should have an opportunity to really rush the passer. Can this offensive line hold up?
Big play early for the Aviators defense.
Ready. Hey, drag him.
We'll show some pressure. Henderson will change it.
Ready,
Here they come off the right side. There's the screen right in that direction. A first down and a lot more. Marcus Yarn shows the Jets.
What they saw was Smoke Monday creeping off the edge, and so you just check to the running back going out, and Tony Fields is the one that has to cover him, and he's going to have to maneuver through a slant route by the outside receiver. He's not able to get there. It's a really nice check. You can hear Nolan Henderson tell the back, drag it. He gets outside, and you're able to get a big first down pickup.
Well, I would say this for Tony Fields. If you understand that you have the back in that situation, man-to-man, you better be moving with some urgency. I didn't see enough on that third down play.
No, and he was lined up on the opposite side of the center from the running back.
Stepped out of bounds at midfield just to gain a 12. On the reverse to Keys. He's brought down right there as well. Willick has sniffed it out.
Yeah, watch the end of the line of scrimmage. Just going to see a little scrape over the top. He's able to be able to tackle the running back. It's a nice job by Kenny Willicus, keeping contained on a little bit of a trick play.
Yep.
Willicus with ability. Former 7th round pick by the Vikings. On second down, Henderson will keep it, flip it ahead, little shovel pass. Unconventional to Justin Hall, but a gain of 7.
Unconventional. This is like quadruple option. Could have handed it off to the running back, could have spit it out wide on the bubble to the receiver, could have run it as the quarterback, but ends up shoveling it down the field. We're playing 4D chess here, Roy.
Paul Johnson approves of this message, by the way.
Hold on, is that a shovel to a dig route, sort of?
Yes, sir. Sort of look like.
That doesn't go together.
Ready.
Gamblers will take it. They're rolling the dice for the second possession. Straight ahead and up for the first down. It's Jaylen White. Well, White's had the hot hand. So has Marcus Yarns. It's pick your poison, a gain of 9 and a first.
Watch the middle of this offensive line. You're going to get a double team here, and a big old hole to run through right up the middle of the field. The interior of this offensive line has really controlled this game when they've decided to run between the tackles. Those defensive tackles for Columbus are having a tough time getting off blocks.
Harry, are you surprised by what we're seeing so far with this Houston offense?
No, I'm not. Like this team has rushed the football effectively the last few weeks and have done a really great job. As you see Jonte Kirkland coming on a deep crosser, catching it for a first down. It's just so many things that Eric Price, the offensive coordinator, has at his disposal right now. And we see the Columbus Aviators defensively, they're in guess mode across the board.
Already 9 first downs for Houston, a gain of 14 to Kirkland.
Rip. You're good. Chris. Yep. Ready. 180. Wait, son.
Henderson, a jump pass. Look at what he found. The H-back juggles it incomplete. Amrani Rogers. Tell you 5 different ways he should have caught it. He couldn't do it, hearing footsteps.
You get a blitz off the edge, and that forces Nolan Henderson to throw it quick to the tight end who's getting out in the flat. And I'll tell you what, DJ Miller almost had room service as it was tossed up. He had just broken a little too far trying to make a play, but fortunate to get out of that one was Houston.
15 minutes in, Houston with the lead, trying to protect the home turf and threatening for more. When